Christian XC1 Review covering Las Vegas and the world. The 2026 Winter Olympic Games in Italy are now over. Today we welcome back to C1 Review former Olympian, European champion, and Las Vegas resident Surya Bonaly. She competed, of course, in the 1992, 1994, and 1998 Winter Olympic Games. Surya, it's so nice to see you as always. Thanks for coming back on C1 Review. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Always a delight to see you. So what are your thoughts on this year's Winter Olympics?
Wow, it was just wow. I think we can say it was a success. I think everything was amazing, brilliant competition, figure skating, ski, every sport you can name, hockey, amazing results. And I think all the athletes must be really happy and must be exhausted and happy to be done for sure. But best events in the whole world.
Does this time every 4 years bring back any memories for you?
Oh yes, for sure. For the rest of my life, Olympics impacts my life. Olympics is a special moment that not many people can, share, because it's every 4 years, and also very few athletes can do that. You can go to nationals or you can go to sectionals as many time you want, but Olympics is very difficult to get in, and it's every 4 years.
Oh, absolutely. No denying that. So, I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute. I found an interesting statistic, by the way, about your career that someone may have never told you. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but I found it to be fascinating. But first, obviously, at the 1998 Olympics, you gained national attention for the backflip on the one blade on the ice. American skater Ewan Millen made history by landing a legal backflip at this Olympics. His performance at the Olympics has brought a lot of attention back to your career and your accomplishments. How does that make you feel?
Imagine to see how, finally, 28 years later, it's finally legal and somebody did it at the Olympics in Milano. And it's great. It's made by an American. And I hope that more people recognize that it was a great skating skill or element. And it's fine. It's part of the sport. And I'm glad I was the first one to do as a pioneer, as a lady, and at the Olympics, even better.
But I think the thing of what it comes down to is that we keep talking about your career and the things that you have accomplished, and I think that that's just truly wonderful. And we're sitting here, 28 years after that moment, and it must be like, wow, I really touched a lot of people.
Oh, yes. I didn't know, obviously, when I did it, it's going to be that big. I cannot believe now, people did watch the Olympics, or thanks for the medias to be able to watch on social medias that backflip, that special moments, because now people can still talk about it and have a great memories and make me feel better now, actually better now than 28 years ago when I did it in Nagano.
Well, what I would say to you is that here's what I'm going to say to you now. As being a coach today, do you think that the world of figure skating judges and rules are much more open-minded to the performers to get to do different things on the ice? Do you think it's a more fair game now for all the performers?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm sure that the new generation really enjoy it because they have more freedom. And also, everything is more open. You have freedom of wearing different costumes style. Before, you have to wear skirts, as the way you had, some issue with the judges. Now we have some music with lyric and some, so you can have some rap, you can have some voice and singing all over. And it's great because it's more diverse. It's not just instrumental. And same thing for the skating skills. You have more freedom doing cartwheels, doing I guess now the backflips, a lot of things that were not allowed, even lay down on the ice. Back in the days, I remember in 1994, finishing my program, laying on the floor, because it was a part of my program, choreography, and a lot of people say, I'm not so sure, I don't think it's really good to do that. And with my choreographer, we say, never mind, we're going to do it because it's nice, it's original, and it's part of the choreography, and that's it. And now everyone's laying down or to start a program on the floor, on the ice.
Yeah, I just have to tell you in this regard, the thing of what it comes down to is being a coach today, How do you grade his backflip? How did Ela do in this Olympics, in your opinion?
Well, Ilya, no matter what, is still going to be a champion. He remain tremendous, incredible skater. So yes, he messed up. Yes, he didn't do what he was supposed to. But this is a part of the game, Olympics or any competition. Sometimes you on, sometimes you off, and obviously the pressure was too much, too massive. And for one person to handle it is really hard. So I'm sure one mistake for the rest of his life, that's it, I think. But everyone knows that he belonged to be the first one anyway. So for many aspects, for the last 5 years, he hasn't done any mistake until Milano. So give him, I think we can give him a break because he shows to the world that he has a lot of consistency and he's the best for now. Maybe other skater will come, but for now, he's great and he's young, he's beautiful, charismatic, and I'm sure he's going to go far. And I hope to see him in 4 years in Nice, in France.
I have to tell you in this regard, and I will just leave you with this thought. And I look back to your Netflix documentary, which we'll talk about again in a couple minutes. I think you said to the young ladies from the figure skating of Harlem that you don't have to wait for a medal to be great. And that is what he should take from this moment, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's important to be able to give 100% and feel, how working hard and yes, have some results. But still, medal not going to change a lot, yourself. Obviously, it changed for many people. You're more popular, you get a title, you get that medal around your neck. It's great, but it's not everything's. And the kids need to understand and learn that it's okay to don't have the total highest level in figure skating, but still achieve the best you can for yourself and become a better person.
Medals are nice, but I have to tell you something in this regard, and this is my opinion. You had medals, of course, but here's my response. You're inspiring people. You haven't performed on the ice competitively in how long, and you're being remembered. And I think that's what's more important, because if people can learn something from your story in life, I think your story overall is more than any medal could ever give you.
Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely right. I think I left a mark on the ice, impacted many people, and I hope people will remember for the next generation. I hope, and I just did it because I felt free and I felt young and be able to do a lot of things and challenge myself on ice. And I hope many athletes will do the same and go further because this is the logic of the sports. Always go no limits and give yourself 100% every time.
There's only a handful of people who have ever been able to compete or do what you've done. Here's something interesting I found statistically from your career. In the history of the Olympic Games, you're only one of 5 skaters to finish in the top 10 in 3 consecutive games. I don't know if anyone has ever told you that, but that is actually true.
It's good to know. It's nice to know. I like that. I wish I could do one more Olympics because I knew I could have done it. But I guess my life changed and I turned professional earlier. So yeah.
Well, here's what I'm going to say, though. I think the era of the 1990s figure skating, to me, that was the peak of the sport of popularity. You guys were all household names. There were great performers after, of course, but I just think there was something special about that time, 1990s figure skating. Tell me why you think it was.
Well, we call the golden years on ice because this is where we attract the most people, the most audience on TV, and everyone will come. And we have often, full house. I did skate Madison Square Garden or some arenas across America, and it was sold out. So it was amazing. And for years and years with Champions on Ice, we were ruling the world, performing all over. And that was the greatest thing I ever experienced. And also, we have great names. I think back in the days, we have champions for so long, had a longevity, long life on ice. So people were able to get used to and see them growing, improving evolving in the sports. So it was great, almost part of your family. You know exactly what happened when you were 5 years old and 10 and 15. So I think it was great to be able to have that as a role model and be able to see those performer or skaters like Brian, but I know we saw him winning at the Olympics in '88, and for 20 years later, he was still performing. I mean, it was amazing to see that and be able to be next to him and Nancy Kerrigan, Christy Yamaguchi, Kurt Browning, Scott Hamilton, all those champions, were part of our lives. So it's great. And unfortunately, now we have champions every 4 years, somebody new face, and or every 2 years. And sometimes it's difficult to get used to and to figure it out that they were champions and disappear.
Yeah, the longevity is no denying that. All those names are people who I've had a chance, very fortunately, to speak with like you over the years. And I just love you guys. I grew up with you guys. I remember all of you guys, watching you guys growing up. And it just, I remember the '94 Olympics like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. That was the best years, I can tell. But I think definitely those Olympics in Milano can be kind of almost similar because it was just great, great champions all around, and the team events were magnificent. So I hope that skating has stepped it up and just shows that it's a great sport to watch and be able to attend in any shows because they deserve it.
When I say you're a trailblazer in women's figure skating, what comes to mind?
What come to mind? Well, I start doing the backflip when I was 12 years old, and start to be on TV and kind of public all around. And I went to the Olympics in Albertville at 18 years old, and all that. I think people be able to see my improvements and my way of skating, and I was the first black skater from Europe coming up in a big, high, top level. And I think it was a great thing. And doing the backflip at the Olympics in 1998 and introducing the quadruple jumps when I was 17 was also something different. 16, 17, I started doing the quadruple in competitions. It was my goal to hit a quadruple in competition, in a big competition. It kind of happened and didn't happen because I was just kind of like too early, I think, and some people were not ready to see a quadruple made by a woman.
I think, though, that you mentioned this earlier. I think you had a lot of fun in your post-Olympian career, champions on ice and the such. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah, I mean that was the best years for me as a when I turned pro. I don't know, for 15 years I had a contract with Champions on Ice, and I performed like in 50 different states all over the country. And for 15 years, oh, I love. It's the best time ever, and I get to live in America, enjoy this country, and I'm happy. That's why I still live in America, because after all these years working here, I felt like my second home, and I enjoy, and I was able to become somewhat famous also in America, in different countries than mine.
Well, listen, there was a book a couple years ago. There was a Netflix documentary. I mean, again, I don't think you realize, but few people in sports, let alone entertainment, have their life story on Netflix, which, of course, is the biggest streaming platform in the world, over 300 million subscribers. I mean, the point be told is anybody can just go put your name in Netflix and they can pop up your story in any moment. And I mean, I think that's wonderful, too. I mean, again, you are remembered. You are in the history of the world for what you accomplished.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. I have nothing bad to say. I mean, it's great. Yeah, I hope it will lead to more positive things, because I sacrifice a lot in my life, and I hope it will turn into really a positive story until until I die. Because I think it's great what I did, and a lot of people can relate and say, oh yeah, right. I did see her, and I want to do the same or the best for myself, and it's a great example. I wish when I grew up I had a sample example of some people doing something, so I can not copy, but have somebody showing me the way. And back then I didn't. So Yes, time, life change a lot. And thanks, we have medias and social medias so people can watch over and overs on TV and all.
I have a story about that for you after we're done here. But moving along, as you're just saying, you didn't have anybody to show you, but now you're a coach, you're a teacher. How are things going? Still teaching in Minnesota, Las Vegas? What's the
Yes,
latest?
yeah. I try to stay in. I feel like home. My home is really Las Vegas, but I get an amazing opportunity to work in Minnesota, so I'm doing it for a couple of years, and we'll see. Maybe I come back in Las Vegas, but for now in Minnesota, it's an amazing school. It's called Shattuck St. Mary in Faribault, and it's great. It's like a boarding school, international, well known, all over the world. People coming from to play hockey, golf, soccer, and figure skating, or you can just be a singer. So it's really, we have the best coaches coming here and teach there. And I love this environment because you can, you know, continue your education and do your passion and follow what you like to do, your sports, at the same time, under the same roof.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, here I have never asked you this in all of our C1 interviews over there. Why did you make your home here in Las Vegas?
I would love that, skating was more popular in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, Las Vegas is too hot. People have different mind, maybe. I don't know. Figure skating never been very, very, very good for a high level in figure skating. And also we don't have ice time. That's a problem. In Minnesota, there is rinks everywhere. Every 3 miles, there's a skating rink. And obviously, there is ice time for freestyle, for figure skaters all day long. So here we have to share your ice time with a hockey, which is difficult because everyone need ice time. But for freestyle, you need at least 8 or 9 hours of figure skating per day if you want to be good, and not couple hours in afternoon. It's not enough.
Is the best way, if anybody wanted you to be their kid's coach or teacher, to send you the message through Instagram, through your Instagram page? Is that the best way to reach you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's great. Instagram, I've seen that everybody reach out through Instagram. And, it's a new, cool way to contact people. But definitely my goal will be, obviously, I love Las Vegas so much. The temperature, the blue skies, everything looks beautiful in Las Vegas. Just I need work and something that enjoy here, be able to follow my passion because I've been living here for more than 25 years now, and my mom and I really enjoy this city so much. But ice time for me is difficult, so that's why I had to go somewhere else or teach and do figure skating all over the world to do some camp. I love doing camps, so it's really good. But it will be good to be home.
Oh, I agree with that. Well, here's what I'm going to say to you. How much do you think in a month you still skate on the ice, like on an ongoing
What you
basis?
say?
How much do you think you're skating like monthly at this point in your life? How much do you still get to skate?
Oh, I don't skate for myself. I just teach. When you want to be a good coach, you have to teach and give 100%. So it's what I've been doing. Because at the first 10 years, I was teaching only when I was off contract. When I come back for home from a contract, I had time off. I would teach for like a month or a couple of weeks, and I go back on the road and travel all over the world. Well, when I finally decide to take a break in 2015, I say, okay, now it's my time now to give 100%, and I need to give my students my best, and that's it. So that's what I do.
Gotcha. I hear what you're saying. Okay. Well, I want to wrap up with a couple of names, just some reflections quickly of some of the people from your era, just stories, anything you might have. Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan, yes, I performed with her many years. We went to 2 Olympics together. Yes, we did a lot.
Katarina Witt.
Oh, Katarina Witt was one of the best known champion. Katarina Witt from Europe, from Germany, and two-time Olympic champion. She's a wonderful skater, and she show and impact the figure skating forever with her style and everything. And double Olympic champion is very rare.
Christy Yamaguchi.
Christy Yamaguchi, also a great skater from America. And yes, she won Olympics in my country actually in 1992. So, and we did lots of shows together as a professional skater.
Who is someone from your era that you keep in touch with the most or became like a good friend? Like who's someone that you always are in touch with?
Always, I couldn't say always, but a little bit Brian Botano because we did shows together and we had the same boss, so Tom Collins. So we did a lot of things for him when he was still alive, and that was great. And we don't have that much friend. I mean, sadly, champions often when we're on tour, we have to become a family because we have to tour together, spend so much hours touring, hotel, traveling, and after when we're done, people just like take different way, different lifestyle.
Before we close, I would just like to ask for all of your fans and viewers, how are you doing? I know you've been receiving treatment for breast cancer. How's everything going?
I'm okay. I'm trying to stay positive. I think my number one, I guess, thing is definitely staying positive. There's some ups and downs, like everyone can imagine. Dealing with health issues is not easy, but the good thing I'm surrounded by really good people. I could have a job sitting in front of a computer all day. Well, I'm surrounded by teenagers, a bunch of kids, make me laugh, make me crazy. I stay alive with my skating surrounded, So I think it's good because I forget for a couple hours when I teach for 7 hours on a daily basis, forget about myself and fully give 100% teaching wise. And I think it's good. And after when I come home, I take care of myself and I relax and I say, I just need a good night's sleep. And next day I'm up again. And yeah, so I try to be positive and obviously I don't try not to annoy anyone with my health because everyone have some issue, and I think it's good to kind of keep it like that, and that's it. And if I'm too tired, I just stay on a board or I relax. But most of the time, I almost hang in there, stay with my students, and teach on a daily basis.
Well, I hope you know that we're thinking about you over here at C1 Review. I have positive wishes for you. I hope everything goes to remission. And I also wish the best for your mother as well, because I know she's doing
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I'm younger, so hopefully I cross my fingers that everything goes well, but definitely I worry more for my mom because, she's almost 82 years old and it's a bit more stressful and I worry, and it's hard to see your parents getting down the hill, but we have to stay positive, like we say.
You're such a happy, positive person. I hope you always know that. And again, we're wishing you the best. And Surya Bonaly, thank you so much for being back with us on C1 Review today. We're both here in Las Vegas.
Thank you.
It's always such a delight seeing you and hang out.
Thank you so much.